Hey, how y'all doing out there tonight, man? You already know who it is. Fratelli TDD, Fratelli the Great, God's Gift to Society. And we back with another episode of The World Is Yours podcast, man. Truthfully, man, it's damn 11:06 p.m. I had a real long day. Woke up at 4 a.m. today, Got my kids up at about 7:30 for us to take the day. I'm helping my kids start their own natural fruit juice business. And it's a process. But one thing I can say about my children, man, they're hungry. They're hungry for success. They're hungry for more. And they're hungry to be better. So what more could I ask for, You gotta feed that, man. You see that trait in your children? You gotta feed that energy. I truly believe that. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm all about. They're our future. The children are the future. However, we're the present. And you gotta take care of yourself first and foremost before you can take care of anyone else. You have to be serious about your mental health. You have to be serious about your sanity because these people will drive you crazy. People will drive you crazy if you allow them to. I do my absolute best to be positive. That's what I'm all about. Positivity, speaking life into the atmosphere, speaking life into myself, speaking life into others. And that has gotten me a long way. However, there's always going to be some negativity somewhere in the midst. There's always going to be some sort of negative attraction, whether it be from people that don't want to see you win, people close to you, mother, father, ex-girlfriend. It could be anybody. And it seems like misery loves company. That's the vibrations that I've been noticing lately. Misery loves motherfucking company. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about somebody who is miserable with their lives, miserable within themselves. They actually hate themselves and they've never found a way to really love themselves. And they project that energy onto other people. They feel like they're hiding it well, but the entire world notices. You can't really hide that energy, It's all in your face. It comes out in your tone. No matter how much you try to fake for social media, people know the truth. One thing I've always prided myself on was being there for my children, making sure I be the best example for them because nobody did that for me. My role models were drug dealers and gangsters and people who were in and out of jail, drug addicts. Those are the people that I looked up to as a child. Watching them, life didn't end well for those people, Nothing against them. I don't judge them, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from them. Definitely learned what not to do. However, that was my role models. That was my reality. So growing up, I told myself that when and if I ever had children, that I would do my absolute best to be there for them and show them the right way, show them the ropes, teach them the game, just like nobody told me the game. But I didn't realize that shit would come with a price. You never know a woman until she truly has leverage on you. And I've dealt with this multiple times in my life. I have 4 children by 2 different women, 3 by my first and 1 by my last. I don't regret any of my children. My children are a blessing. I love my children to life. However, having babies with the wrong female can really screw your life up. And I'm just talking to the fathers who are, maybe you're not even a father yet. Maybe you are thinking about being a father. Maybe you're being forced by a woman to have a baby. Maybe you are already a father and the baby is not here yet. Man, do I have advice for you? If you are seeing red flags already in a relationship, run for the hills. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the signs. That shit you're not seeing those red flags for no reason. Listen, King. Listen, King. Do not ignore the red flags, okay? I don't care how good your heart is. Throw that shit out the window when it comes to your life and the things that you want to obtain because the wrong woman can sink your ship, and hear me clearly. The wrong woman can either sink your ship and the right woman can elevate you to the highest of heights. And if you're already seeing red flags and the baby isn't here, that's a clear indication that you're gonna have problems after the baby gets here. I ain't here to lie to you. I ain't here to cap you down. I seen the red flags and both of my baby mamas showed me exactly who they were after the baby got here. I'm not here to bash them. I'm not here to speak ill on their names. And if you know who they are, I'm just giving you my perspective, right? I'm just giving you my perspective. The perspective of the child's father. These women will see you trying to be better, see you working hard, and still don't give a fuck. It's all about control. However they can control you once you realize that you're being controlled, if you don't realize it from the onset, because let's be honest, most of us wasn't taught game. We wasn't taught. We don't even know women. We just out here winging it, taking it day by day, and you just figuring it out as you go. That's the truth. And that's how I was. Figuring it out as I go, because my My father failed me. Like I said, I'm not saying this to bash anyone. I'm just giving my perspective. That's all I'm here to do, to give you my perspective and tell you my life story. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I was perfect in every way. No, I had a lot of figuring things out to do, and I'm still figuring things out. However, common sense has always been common for me. I pick up on things, and once I see that it's no longer feeding my spirit, I usually make a quick exit, stage left. And most women are not gonna like that. Once you release that control, or once you figure out a way to relinquish their control, they're not gonna like that, especially if you have a baby with them. They're going to figure out ways to try to control you, and most of the time it's with the kid. You never really know a woman until she has leverage on you. Now, I wish somebody had taught me this game sooner, but they didn't. So that's why I'm here to teach you. Having a baby is what it is. You're having a baby. You're bringing a human being into the world. You're creating a soul tie with another individual. How have you properly vetted this individual? Have you figured out exactly the things, the traumas that they have? Have you met their father? For the fellas, did she grow up with her father? Did she grow up with her mother? Does she have a good relationship with her father? Does she have a good relationship with her mother? 9 times out of 10, if the woman does not have a good relationship with her father or doesn't have a father in her life, she's not gonna be able to be coachable and teachable and follow your lead. If you're a good leader, good women wanna follow the leader if you're a good leader. Negative women, they don't. They wanna be the leader. They wanna be in control. Even though I didn't always know where I was going, I never wanted to be led by a woman. When you're going through life and you figuring this shit out, you just don't know what you don't know. And like I said, man, I can't stress enough, you never really know a woman until she has leverage on you. For you guys thinking about having children, make sure you properly vet that woman. Make sure you put her through some sort of test, or before you just go and put your seed off in a woman, because my guy, it's a lifelong responsibility. It's a lifelong responsibility, and these women are out to get you. Not all of them. I won't say all of them, because I haven't met all of them. But the majority of women, especially in America, because that's the country that I grew up in, most of these women are out to get you. Some women want to have a baby just because of the benefits that it brings. Just because they feel like you'll be taking care of them and that baby for the rest of their lives. And it's sad to say that, but that is the harsh reality that we live in, fellas. Put her through some tests, man. Take her to Publix on the first date. Stop spending money on these women. They haven't even properly been vetted. You haven't put her through any tests. You haven't even had her around long enough to see if she's worthy to be taken out on expensive dates or flew her out on expensive trips. Stop taking these women shopping on the first date. Mind you, she got a million other guys on her DM that's willing to do the same thing. How are you different? How are you gonna stand out? Because I be damned. I'm motherfucking Fratelli TDD. Straight like that. Woman, you need to take me out. What kind of value are you adding? And most of these women are gonna tell you that they're the table. Yeah, that's cap. That's cap. How are you the table and the chairs and the legs and the whole nine? How? Elaborate. You guys are letting these women off too easy. Can she cook? Can she clean? Bro, that's the basic shit. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to do that regularly. Anyway, what are some other things that she can do? What is her brain like? How submissive is she? How feminine is she? How friendly is she? How open to criticism is she? Can she add value to your business? Or she's just gonna be at home mooching off of you all day while you out working? Come on, man. We gotta do better. It's 2025, gentlemen. We gotta do better. And I wish somebody had gave me this game sooner, but they didn't. I had to learn on my own. These women will smile in your face. They will tell you, you can tell me anything. And at the same time, have 10 other niggas in their DM that they responded to. Cause that shit weak, bro. That shit weak, dog. That's not it, bro. She really don't want to hear that shit. She really does not want to hear you sobbing to her about your problems. Stop doing that shit. I can't stress that enough. Women have to be properly vetted in 2025. And we need to start bringing shaming back for these bitches. Excuse my language. For you hoes. Alright? You hoes that's out here treating these fathers like they ain't shit when you really the one that ain't shit. Like, these fathers been here for their kids since the inception of the child and probably didn't even want to be there. However, stood on business and took responsibility into their hands and made it shake however they made it shake. And now that you cannot control the situation anymore, you're using the child to do that. Shorty, that's whack as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's whack. Any chance you get, use the child as leverage. Use the child as a pawn. That's the real criminal right there. They need to pass a law for that shit. I'm not gonna lie. They need to pass a law for that shit. Because there's real fathers out here that really love their children and are really doing whatever it takes to be the best that they can be for their children. And then you have these women out here who are just gun-ho on being on Instagram. That's their only claim to fame. Taking selfies, showing ass shots, visual of the mirror. Selfie, showing your ass in the camera. That's all you got to bring? That's all you got to offer? Is ass shots? That's all you got? What's your mind like? What books are you reading? Can you teach me some shit? Come on, man. It's 11:25, and I don't want to be on here like I'm rambling, but god damn, shorty, like, but they don't respect nice. fellas, they don't respect you being nice to them. Straight up. That's not what they respect. And it's unfortunate because that's what we were taught. Especially if you grew up with a single mother. They taught you to be nice, hold the door for your woman, take her out, court her, right? And the whole time you doing that, she got a side nigga who she's giving all her time and attention to. And he ain't even working hard for the shit at all. He doing the bare minimum and you doing everything in your power to try to keep her. Man, fuck all that. There's so many beautiful women out here. You gotta work on you, bro. You gotta be the best man for you first, before you can be the best man for anyone else. And I wish that is something I had learned sooner. So that's what I'm teaching my kids, man. Work on yourself. Have some discipline. Have some motherfucking dick discipline. Don't just be putting your seed off in every woman that you come across. Hell nah. I know that shit feel good. I get it. I know. Trust me, I've been there. That's why you think I got 4 of them. All right, but that shit amounts to nothing when you have 4 children who are constantly seeing you argue with their mother. That shit is stressful. It's toxic. That energy is negative, and it's not good for your children. It's not good for you. It's not good for anyone. But it's someone who thrive off that negativity. And I'm not gonna lie, I ain't always been honest to women. I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of guys haven't. However, as I started getting older, I started realizing that what about me? What is it about me that I hate myself so much that I feel like I have to lie about anything that I'm doing? Tell them the truth. If they don't like what you saying or like how you giving it to them, bro, they can move on. There's a million women out here. And you think just cause she's quote unquote bad, like, bro, stop. Fuck that. We're not lying no more. It's 2025. Telling these bitches the truth. Straight up. You telling their ass the truth. And that's just how it gotta go. Every time you lie, you put a mark on your character. Now I'd be damned if I go into my 40s putting marks on my character for anybody. Straight up. I'm not lying no more. I'm not lying. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. It don't even feel good no more to lie. To be untruthful in any aspect of life. Tell the truth, bro. Tell the truth. You're only doing that because you feel like you're gonna lose her, or you must feel like she's more important than you if you feel like you gotta lie to her. Because like I said, every time you lie, it's a stab on your character. You might think you're getting away with it, but the universe hears it. And the universe is gonna act accordingly, and it never fails. Man, I said all that to say, don't ignore the red flags, bro. Treat those red flags like signs from the universe. If you feel it, act on it. Just because you got to kill with her don't mean you got to stay with her. And the longer you stick around and waste time with this woman, the more and more you're going to regret it in the future. Because you're going to break up. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. See, you think you being noble by sticking around for the kid, and you're not. You're not being noble, bro. You're actually fucking things up more than you even know. And for you bitter baby mamas out there, man, I got to do better. Especially my black women. Like, come on. You know good and damn well that man has been there for his kids, and you gonna try anything and everything in your power to try to control him with that kid. That shit lame as fuck, bro. That shit is lame as hell, dog. Do better with your life. You on social media watching my story, watching my life unfold, probably judging me in the sideline. If that man don't want you no more, shorty, you gotta move on. I'm trying to bring turmoil and disruption into his life and chaos, because all you doing at the end of the day is fucking your life up even more. That's all you're doing. You're not hurting him, because at the end of the day, with or without that kid, he gonna be good. You gotta raise that kid. You should feel grateful that he wants to be in that kid's life, that he's doing everything in his power to be there for that kid. But instead, you want to sow toxicity. You want to bash him on social media. You want to tell your people that he ain't shit because you upset. That shit whack. And I'm gonna speak on it. This shit has happened to me multiple times from both of my baby mamas. Like I said, I don't have nothing against them, but I'm gonna just call it what it is, because I'm not the only guy that's going through this. Y'all females gotta do better with yourself, work on yourself more, and stop blaming people for your mistakes. Everybody got the same 24 hours in a day. Everybody got choices that they make. Nobody is holding anybody hostage. Nobody put a gun to anyone's head and say, this is what you have to do. So take some accountability for what you've done and move on. Move on. What are you mad at me for? What are you mad at me for? What did I do? That was so bad to where you have to use my child as a pawn against me. Make it make sense. The universe is not pleased. God is not pleased. And while I'm going to continue to be blessed, because I'm going to keep it positive, I'm going to speak my truth, don't get me wrong. I'm going to continue to stay positive. I'm not going to fight negative with negative. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that negative energy to create more positive energy. And I'm just going to skyrocket. I'm going to catapult into the universe. And everything that I desire is going to come to me a millionfold. What are you going to do? Keep making posts on the gram, on Facebook about me in a negative way? I'm not even thinking about you at all. Not in that way. No, in no kind of way. Respectfully. I moved on. I've been moved on. You know that I moved on. So you can stop this facade and stop this facade, like as if somebody made you do some shit that you didn't want to do. You grown as hell, the same way I am. But that's what so many women do today. They want to blame the men. Then you got these other women on the sideline just co-signing this shit. Like that's okay. Oh girl, I know he ain't shit, girl. I know. Bitch, please. Please. That shit old as hell. Y'all been doing this shit forever. My mother did it to my father. When y'all gonna do something different? Y'all gonna take accountability? I mean, everybody gotta take their own accountability for the things that they've done and move differently. Don't just take accountability and do the same things that the last female did. That's not doing anything. The best apology is change behavior. You think you're justified doing these things? You think you're justified for treating that man with disrespect? It's the father of your child. And whether you believe it or not, you need that man to help you raise your child, because when a man is not in the child's life, the kids grow up confused, misguided, and misled. So you're doing everything in your power to try to bash that man's integrity, to try to bash his character. And at the end of the day, you're not hurting anyone but the child. The child suffers because eventually that man raises his hands up and says, you know what, fuck it, I'm out of here. I see that little nigga when he get older. And then once he's a man, and I got the proof to show this is why I left, I ain't gonna leave without a fight. Not me. However, all men are not me. So the fact that I'm fighting, I have to fight to be in my children's life, to keep my children, or to have my children with me, to have my children live with me. That says a lot about you. Why should I have to fight to have my children live with me? Why should I have to fight to be in my child's life? And I've been here since day one. Cut every umbilical cord, signed every birth certificate. And in America, that shit don't even matter. But I take pride in that because that wasn't done for me. Don't ignore the red flags, bro. Don't ignore the red flags. Take them shits as a sign from the universe. Get the fuck on with your life. You can raise your kid long distance. It's better to be out the household than in the household in toxicity. The kid growing up around that shit. That ain't it. You listening to other people tell you how to live your life. Tell you need to stay with that. No, you don't. Stop listening to them. If they don't got the lifestyle that you want, if they don't have the life that you want, do not listen to them. Do not listen to anyone who doesn't have the lifestyle that you want, because it'll be to your detriment. Hey, look, man, I'm Fratelli TDD, Fratelli the Great, God's Gifts to Society. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Should have said that at the beginning, man. I was just fired up, man. I had to say something, man. I had to speak on this shit because shit is getting out of control. Make sure y'all follow me on the gram, man, at KingBlocker999. All right, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.
I got a lot to say. I got 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl that I brought up in this world. I die for 'em. Do a bid, I let them shots fly for 'em. Me and baby moms try and make ends meet, can't find a job, but I can't hit the streets, I got bigger problems. Cold at the bottom, ain't no help here, ain't no welfare, ain't no peace either, it's just hell here. Damn, will I